thing. I see a lot of you enjoying this country music. Howdy there, Bagel Boy 615. We got Philip Marlowe who loves Nickelback out there. Bobby Daniel talking about Trace Adkins. Some people saying don't sing, for some people saying do sing. I'll tell you what, there's always a good chance there could be singing. There's always a chance. Got Alan Jackson fans there. Somebody loves Billy Idol. Billy Idol have a country album that I don't know about. Jelly Roll there, the Allman Brothers, sure. A lot of great stuff. Maybe lock them doors and turn the lights down low. I see that there. I see Johnny Cash, Traveling Wilburys. There's a little bit of country to that, I guess. George Strait, Johnny Cash, Tanya Tucker. Remember Keith Whitley? Anybody looking for a Slim Whitman? Come on. Early Taylor Swift. People just love. I did not come to appreciate country music until I was a little bit older. I listened to a podcast that told the history of country music, and that kind of got me hooked into it. I've been to Nashville. Love it there. I've seen live country music there. I went into some of the honky tonks. I don't drink, but I got to go in and sort of see. I went to the Bluebird Cafe and poked my head in. Got to see all those places. Went to the Country Music Hall of Fame. If you're ever in Nashville and you get a chance to go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, I definitely suggest that you do it. It is very, very cool and very exhaustive in what it has there. But for now, your quizzing heart will make you leap. You'll jump and jump with prize to keep. That's right, Music Week continues with a country and bluegrass edition of Daily Trivia Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. Your brain will need to walk the line as you play for the grand prize. That is $1,000, of course. And when you correctly answer 10 multiple choice trivia questions about country and bluegrass music, you will win your share of it. That's not all, of course. In this game, you'll earn one bonus SB for every question you get right after question number 1. If you are new to this game, if you win today, you get your share of the grand prize, sure, but all those bonus SB you pick up along the way will be added on top automatically. If you don't win the grand prize, you'll have to claim the bonus SB that you've picked up in order to keep them. It's as simple as clicking a claim button that appears at the end of the game, so don't leave early. That's the only way to ensure that you leave empty-handed. The first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize. Now, there are 2 ways to rejoin. One is using SB. The other, of course, is with a free rejoin, the preferred rejoin method of all distinguished players. And if you click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu, anytime a game's not happening, you can get free rejoins by watching videos. But that is not all, my friends. This is a second chance week. What does that mean? It means you're getting 3 free rejoins for each live game you play, and they're always credited before the following game begins. So if you played yesterday, you already have your 3 free rejoins. You got one ready to go. Hopefully you don't have to use it today, but if you do, it's good to know it's there, isn't it? Finally, each game we give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win and claim at least 1 SB in the game. Here are the winners from Monday. Congratulations. Chicken Grandma, I love that name. I just want to shout it out real quick. You have all been credited. Enjoy your 100 SB. And to the rest of you out there who keep saying, when's it me? I want to win. I need to win. You're saying it all over the place. Well, you know what I'm going to tell you, so say it with me. Keep playing and claiming, because next time the winner could be you. Well, that is all the info that you need, so why don't we get this game started right now with question number 1. Country singers Buck Owens and Roy Clark hosted which country music and comedy TV show? Is it Hullabaloo, Laugh-In, or Hee Haw? Buck Owens or Roy Clark were the hosts of what country music and comedy TV show? I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. The jokes weren't great. They were corny and pun-filled, but the music you could hear on any given episode of Hee Haw, now that was the gold of Hee Haw. 90% of you knew Hee Haw was the answer. Maybe some of you like those jokes. They're dad jokes. They're not. It's just me. I didn't think they were great. If they're your flavor of ice cream, fantastic. Laugh-In was much more of the rock of the era. the popular music, and Hullabaloo was kind of all over the place. But Hee Haw, and that was the only one that was hosted by Buck Owens and Roy Clark. We told you on Twitter they filmed in 13-episode chunks twice a year. It would just be these marathon filming sessions because, you had touring musicians. They were going to be there every week. Buck Owens was busy. And you're about to be busy picking up one bonus SB for every question you get right. So here we go with question number 2. In Charlie Daniels' hit song, where did the devil go down to? Was it Cleveland, Georgia, or Housewares? I did see him perform this live at the 2005 Super Bowl. Well, the devil went down there because he was looking for a soul to steal. Now, he was in a bind because he was way behind, and he was willing to make a deal with someone in Georgia. I guess he needed to get it off his plate. That's right, devil went down to Georgia. That is the answer. He did not go down to Cleveland. In fact, the sequel to that song was The Devil Went Back Down to Georgia. So I guess he didn't learn his lesson the first time. He's like, well, I guess I'll try again. See if I can outplay this guy. I don't know. Try and get my lick back, but I don't know that it worked out. Let's move on to question number 3, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. What 2 instruments were bluegrass pioneers Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs known for? Is it the mouth harp and cello, maracas and tambourine, or guitar and banjo? Looking for the 2 main instruments of Flatt and Scruggs. You can't have a discussion about the history of bluegrass without talking about Flatt and Scruggs, who were innovators of the guitar and banjo respectively. Those were their musical instruments. 75% of you getting that one right. Well done. The guitar and the banjo, the claw banjo style and flat picking, all that. They were pioneers of the music. But hey, 75% of you getting that one right. That means 25% of you have the opportunity to rejoin. Almost everybody doing it. We have, I hadn't mentioned this yet, almost 15,000 people in grand prize contention at this point. And we are on to question number 4, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. What color did Johnny Cash regularly wear on stage? Is it purple, black, or green? What color? Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Color did he regularly wear on stage? On behalf of the poor and hungry, the prisoner who has long paid for his crime, and those who have been betrayed by age or drugs, Johnny Cash always wore black. Black! He was the man in black, of course. 98% of you getting that one right. Well done. You knew the answer. You knew it. Well done to you. You're cruising through. Saw a bunch of people saying, I'm not going to do well in this game. Collectively, you are doing very well. Let's see how you do with question number 5, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Which of the following country stars was not a member of the Highwaymen? Is it Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, or Nudie Cohn? These are all important figures in country music history. Even the one who's not a highwayman. Okay, maybe he wasn't a legendary singer who joined a country music supergroup, but the contributions to country fashion that Nudie Cohn made are still an important part of its cultural history. Those spangled suits, those are Nudie suits. Nudie Cohn was all the rage in the 50s, 60s, even beyond. I mean, even now, it'd be cool to get like a Nudie Cohn style suit. You can't, he's not around anymore. 67% of you knew that Nudie Cohn was the answer. 33% of you did get eliminated. That means you have the opportunity to rejoin, and over half of you doing that. The other highwaymen, Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson, you can see them in there, but they are other highwaymen. And we are already halfway done this game. Moving on to question number 6 now, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Here we go. On November 28th, 1925, WSM AM in Nashville, Tennessee first broadcast what iconic country music showcase? Is it the Grand Ole Opry, the Big Ole Show, or the Giant Ole Hoedown? WSM AM. For decades, it was broadcast out of the Ryman Auditorium. When the multi-million-dollar Opryland complex was built, they transplanted a portion of the Ryman stage so that artists shared the same stage as their historical counterparts at the Grand Ole Opry, of course. Grand Ole Opry is the answer. I have been there for a broadcast of the show. It was amazing. I've been to the Ryman. They cut a circle out, and that circle's on the stage. If you take the tour, you can stand. You get your picture taken on that circle with the WSM mic stand. That was a huge moment for me, and especially for my wife. That was a dream of hers to be on that stage, and that was just the first time she did it. She's going to perform there someday, believe you me. Let's move on to question number 7 now, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Bocephus is the nickname of which country star? Is it Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams Jr., or Zac Brown? Which one of them is known as Bocephus? See if you get it. The nickname was given to him by his dad with some odd inspiration. Grand Ole Opry comedian Rod Brasfield's ventriloquist dummy was the original Bocephus, but I think we all know Hank Williams Jr. a little bit better. He is Bocephus, of course. 85% of you getting that one right. By the way, only 3 questions left in this game. Over 10,000 people in grand prize contention. With the rejoins, we're climbing over 11,000 people. So you are doing very well in this game. Somebody only knows Hank Williams Jr. from Monday Night Football, of course. Are you ready for some football? Trivia and football. Let's move on to question number 8, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. How many number 1 country hits did Buck Owens and the Buckaroos have? Is it 21, 0, or 10? Looking for the total number of number 1 country hits that Buck Owens and the Buckaroos had. My personal favorite country artists. They were as tight an ensemble musically as you can get. The Academy of Country Music and Country Music Awards each bestowed them with Instrumental Group and Band of the Year multiple times, which helps explain, it makes sense when you look at the fact they had 21 number 1 hits. That's right, 21 of their singles consecutively, I believe, went to number 1. That is a record. In fact, there is an album called 21 number 1 hits that you can get. Buck Owens and the Buckaroos. Just fantastic. Buck Owens, kind of an underrated guitar player because he had Don Rich with him for most of his early career until Don, we lost Don in the early 70s. But there you go. And only 29% of you getting that one. That was the most brutal question we had in this game. But of the 71% of you that got eliminated, over half of you coming back in, down to 7,224 people in grand prize contention. 2 questions left to go. Next one, worth 1 bonus SB. If you get it right, it's question number 9. In Take Me Home, Country Roads, what home state does John Denver sing about? Hawaii, West Virginia, or New York? Take me home, country road, to the place I belong. He says the state here. At Super Bowl 49, people were encouraged to sing this song together, but it was just a bunch of people rooting on Philly and Kansas City and New Orleans, singing a song about West Virginia. The mathing for me on that one, 7,161 of you knew West Virginia, Mountain Mama. You are ready for our final question, but first, our journey through music continues tomorrow with a game about pop and dance music. So get your dance shoes on and get ready to boogie, and you're going to get 3 free rejoins just for playing. We're going to have a good time there. Also, a reminder, there are 2 ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia. This app, outside of the live game, one of them is our other game mode, the Daily Trivia Challenge, a quick, hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day. Second is by clicking on the More Ways to Earn button, wherever you find it in the app. Both will get you SB towards your daily goal. Here's another way to get SB that you want to check out. The Breakfast of Champions Team Challenge is running through Sunday, and that means there's plenty of time for you to get involved. You earn points for your team as you earn SB for yourself in a variety of ways, including playing the games in this app. Different ways to earn are worth different amounts of points for your team. Contribute at least 500 team points before the challenge ends at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday, April 20th, and you will receive a gift card discount that gets bigger based on how well your team finishes. For instance, if your team wins, you'll get a 300 SB discount on your next gift card, and that means you can get a $5 gift card for just 200 SB. What? Wow, wow, wee, wow. Get involved after the game and help your team grow its point total. In fact, here is where the scores currently stand. The Baconators right now are in the lead, but right on their heels are the Hash Brown Heroes. Not far behind them, the Scrambled Squad and the Hot Cake Hustlers are bringing up the rear, but there's only 150,000 points. In fact, less than that between last place and first place, with plenty of challenge to go. So whichever team you're on, you either want to pad that lead or you want to catch up. So get involved in the team challenge as soon as this game is over. And I'll be sad when it is, but we're almost there, because coming up next, for the 7,180 people vying for a piece of the grand prize, the over 16,250 stuck around, and there's one more bonus SB up for grabs if you can correctly answer question number 10. Here it is. What on the road again country legend is known as the Red-Headed Stranger? Is it Willie Nelson, Jimmy Dean, or Maybelle Carter? On the road again. I just can't wait to be on the road again. His braided hair has been gray for so long that it would be easy to forget the shock of red hair that Willie Nelson had in his early days that earned him that nickname. Willie Nelson is the answer. 6,894 of you knew that one. You are splitting our grand prize today. Well done. Let's meet a few of our grand prize winners. Each of you are taking home 15 SB in grand prize money, plus the bonus SB you earned along the way. Robinata, you are a winner. Ryan Burner, 77. Hellcat Kiss, Pseudobean, Call of Cody, Bubbles in London, Ruler of Eons, and Ahmed Mariams. Just a few of our grand prize winners. And Uphill Smile 65. I just love that name, because sometimes we do go uphill in life, but it's always important to smile, and I bet a bunch of you are smiling right now because you got that grand prize. I hope you're smiling if you claim bonus SB too, because you're richer now than you were when the game started. And now that you have all these new SB in your account, you know what to do with them. Redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Great job today. We'll see you tomorrow for pop and dance trivia. Thank you for playing Daily Trivia Live, and we will see you then, my friends.